a warm welcome to Arthouse. I'm Melinda Akinlami. We have a captivating lineup as always. Let's take a look. Some eye-catching titles like Deep in Chocolate, a solo exhibition at My Dream Gallery. Then at the Alliance Française, we have Echoes of Innocence. Then to the National Museum to see the returned artifacts before they found their way home. We'll give you more details when Arthouse returns in a moment. Please stay with us.
Art is solace. Art is vision. And when I pick up a literary work, I am a consumer of literature for its own sake.
Let's start off with Echoes of Innocence, a solo exhibition by Emmanuel Idowu at the Alliance Française, Lagos.
The Absal Atelier ambassador for 2023, Emmanuel Idowu, is telling stories with his first solo exhibition at the Alliance Française in Lagos.
The title of this show is Echoes of Innocence. Then to do Echoes of Innocence explore the theme of nostalgia and childhood memories. Then to be able to illustrate the boy on a string, it is a boy that plays on the string. So putting up these works, then it also helps me to remember my childhood days, because I read a poem written by Oswald M. Charlie during my secondary school days while I was preparing for WAEC and NECO. So this was the poem I read that now inspired me today. So I was able to reflect back to my past and bring it back to the present, just bring it into the limelight. So the place, the beautiful place, the happy mood, the joy the fun I had with my friends during my growing up as a child helped me to be able to remember. So it's just like echoes of innocence.
This exhibition is part of the celebration of emerging contemporary African art voices, using a platform which is poised to amplify their works of art and stories.
When I look at Emmanuel's art, I see innocence. I see the theme of innocence, the theme of childhood, the theme of the innocence of the child, the resilience in the child, the playfulness in the child, right? And I think that speaks to me, that speaks to what we can achieve if we just harken back to our innocence. And I think that's what's really unique about the art. We need to look at art in the broader context of the creative industry and the immense importance the creative industry can contribute to Nigeria's GDP. And you can see this across art, across music, across television, across Nollywood, right? And Nigeria is becoming a powerhouse, which is why at ABSA we are very incredibly proud to support the arts, and supporting Emmanuel Idowu's exhibition today is a testament to our support for African art and Nigerian art in particular.
Today it's the opening of Emmanuel Idowu's exhibition, an incredible artist who has been awarded in 2023 by ABSA Bank L'Atelier Programme as an ambassador for this program. This program does exist for almost 40 years, 39 years, and has as an objective to support African art, contemporary African artists, by developing this circulation and by also helping them to get a career.
For the artist, this show is a deeply personal one, as the collection reflects on his childhood memories.
The flowers in my works, the flowers signifies the memories, while the chickens and cocks, they signify the passage of time. So it is just like how best could I illustrate memory? It is just memory. How best could I illustrate it? Then I remember the beautiful flower I used to suck the sweet nectar. And the name of the flower is Yellow Orlando, Cascabella tivetia. So I sucked the sweet nectar, then I thought of, okay, why can't I bring it to limelight? Paint it out and let people know my story of growing up. It is an innocent. We don't know the juice. We just suck the juice. We don't know. And it cures. It was later I heard it is an herbs. Like it cures. And the leaves is also used for herbs. Then the chickens create alarms during the olden days before the advent of time and wristwatch, the wristwatch and work clocks. So chickens create alarms. Our forefathers use clocks to know that okay, it is this particular time. So they use it to calculate time frame.
Using impressionism and color separation, the images also question identity and elements of Yoruba mythology.
I work strictly with acrylics on canvas. Then this work right here helps me to go beyond just colors, because I was able to use clothes like fabrics to create the flowers. These are hand-built flowers, and wool. I use wool for the seed. Then the chickens, I use sawdust and turband mixed together to create chicken. Though there are binding wires that hold the sculptural piece. So putting it in my work is just like the Yoruba methodology as the Yoruba boy and my identity as a Yoruba boy. It is what is playing out in my work.
This is truly a celebration for Emmanuel since winning the Absolute Atelier in 2023. And since over the 2 years, what he's done has produced a phenomenal body of work, and really we need to be proud of him in terms of his journey and where he is today.
Echoes of Innocence shows youth, ingenuity, and what a budding talent can achieve with the right support.
Lovely pieces there by Emmanuel. Now let's have a look at the repatriated Benin artifacts which were displayed at the National Museum before they went home to the palace of the Oba of Benin in Edo State.
Over a century after the infamous 1897 British invasion of the Benin Kingdom, with the largest looting of Benin artifacts till date, some of those items have been returned to the country.
The symbolism of today is something I'd like to touch on. When objects are returned, I would implore you all not to just look at them as physical objects. These are embodiments of the spirit and identity of the people in which they were taken from. To other parts of the world, you may say these are artifacts, but to us, they carry deep spirituality, not just to Nigerians and the Benin people, but also to the practitioners of these spiritual objects have meaning, and the practitioners know deeply and all too well how these objects tell a story. So for us, when objects are returned to their rightful place, you're not just restoring something that was stolen. You're restoring the pride and dignity of the people they were taken from in the first place. And that pride and dignity goes a long way in how those people not just view themselves, but how they view the world.
This meeting at the National Museum in Lagos is to receive these treasured pieces which arrived from the World Museum, Amsterdam, in the Netherlands.
We signed the legal transfer of these artifacts in the Netherlands earlier in February this year with our Minister of Culture, Eppo Bruins. And he said in his speech, "What are we without our culture? It defines who we are as a people, as a community. And it is only by understanding where we come from that we can shape our future together. Therefore, it is essential to be able to reflect on our own history and heritage. It is vital to view artifacts up close and to grasp the story of our ancestors. Ladies and gentlemen, the restitution today is the result of many years of Nigerian advocacy. And I would like to congratulate the NCMM, the Royal Court of Benin, and the many Nigerian scholars and artists who have been at the forefront of efforts to reclaim this looted colonial heritage.
They include culturally significant items such as the bird, a wooden ancestral head, which is a representation of a warrior king, and the ceremonial cock.
I thank the Almighty God and our royal ancestors for making this signing and handing over ceremony possible today. I thank the federal government of Nigeria, ably led by His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for his support and commitment towards the return of our looted artifacts.
It reflects increasing effect of Nigerian diplomacy, because it took a prolonged effort led by the Royal Palace, but supported by the government of Nigeria to get these things back. It's good that somebody is listening to what we are saying. Nigeria said, we want our things back, and then now they are returning them. This is the largest consignment we have received.
This latest reparation follows the return of 2 royal wooden stools from Germany nearly a year ago.
We're taking a moment now. Arthouse returns with more. Do stay with us.
And these are the works of art you sent in this week. Let's begin with Childhood Series. It's a newsprint on canvas work done by Richmond Ajay. Then Chijioke has this black pen on paperwork called My Smile, My Personality. Then Olufemi Adedeji has this digital artwork called Ancestor 30. The Helping Hands is an oil on canvas work by Falupe Ibrahim. First Date is an acrylic on canvas work done by Adekunle Mayowa. Bello Toby is saying I'm shy with this color pencil on paperwork. Oyinlola Fajobi has Prestige. It's a sculptural piece done with metal nuts. While Taiwo is showing us the unity in strength with this charcoal and pastel pencil on paper piece. Which concludes our works of art for this week, as we encourage you to keep them coming and put your best foot forward as always.
Our wordsmith is titled Together Through the Storm by Easy Dana Scott, who also created this piece to go along with it. Beneath the radiant chaos of life, where the world spins in colors of uncertainty and dreams float like bubbles in the sky, two hearts stand entwined, undaunted. This piece captures the essence of true love as an unwavering umbrella shielding souls from the downpour of life's pressures. It is a vivid dance of intimacy and resilience, an embrace that says, I see you, I hold you, I choose you. Through every challenge, they remain understanding, tolerating, respecting, growing and glowing. Love here is not just a feeling, it's a decision to rise together, to weather storms hand in hand, and to be each other's safe place in the bustling world. This is not just art, this is a movement of the heart. This is standing firm, loving deep, and growing forward.
Dipped in Chocolate is a solo exhibition by Wallace Ejo at the My Dream Gallery in Lagos.
The My Dream Gallery in Lagos has become artist and tutor Wallace Ejo's chocolate factory as the walls are dripping in rich, dark and warm shade of brown hues.
This exhibition actually is my third solo exhibition, and this one is titled Dipped in Chocolate. The reason for the title is when I set out to do the paintings for this exhibition, I actually searched for models, and most of my models that came, actually the first model that came was very light in complexion. And I wanted a dark model. So what I did was to change my palette to a limited palette. And then I worked and started painting that very model in the dark tones. So it's like me dipping the complexion into a chocolate palette. So that's why the title came, Dipped in Chocolate.
Sophistication and depth are displayed in the lineup of pieces, with an interesting subject taking center stage.
Like the title rightly says, it says dipped in chocolate. The hues are of various dark complexioned women, and not only various dark complexioned women, but various complexions of darkness, if you understand what I mean. Various grades of darkness, and it's beautiful to see the features and and there's a lovely almost like a contradiction, I would say, of there's a mixture of the African woman, but in a very modern setting, which is lovely to see. Because a lot of times when we're celebrating the African woman and the African beauty, we tend to set them in period pieces, and sometimes in period pieces. But saying that the modern African woman, in all her curviness, in all her slimness, in all her full lipness, high foreheadness, is an incredible symbol of beauty, of intelligence, of power.
Females are once again in the spotlight as they are depicted in all their glory. For the artist, the definition of true African beauty is black and beautiful.
The beauty of the African woman, skin deep, the African woman is beautiful. For you to see the beauty of the African woman, you need to put her close to European counterpart. You'll be able to tell that, yes, skin beauty, when it comes to skin beauty, the African woman has it. And I use this also to talk against bleaching. You know, if you are light in complexion, you are light. That is okay. But if you are dark in complexion, yeah, you are dark. So you just stay like that.
For some professionals and enthusiasts, this exhibition shows how the artist has evolved over time.
Very interesting, the subject he has chosen. The theme of the exhibition, which is dipped in chocolate, which is more about the tone of our women's bodies, the naturalness of it, and to encourage women to keep to their natural tones and avoid all this bleaching and all this society things that don't work for them.
Oh, first off, is colors, the skin tone, the drape of the fabrics, and also the background color of his works. And his brush strokes have always been intriguing to me. You know, I love when I see artists that has good draftsmanship. Artists that is, when you look at some people's work, you can tell that, oh, this work is done by a master artist. His works are quite amazing, and I really cannot express how excited I am right now that we have him exhibiting here. But when I heard Wallace Ejo, I actually had to go meet him. So I want your work in my collection. And he said, are you sure you can afford me? I said, there's nothing God cannot do. You can afford you. So I love to have, he's the kind of an artist I want to have his works in my collection.
Dipped in Chocolate is Wallace Ejo's third solo exhibition.
We have more to see and enjoy, but that will be on the next episode of Arthouse. We have some performances and art from outside Lagos.
Next week on Arthouse, we enjoy the Osun Heritage Contemporary Art Program done in collaboration with the U.S. Embassy at African Heritage Exhibition, Osogbo, Osun State.
This one is trumpeters. You know, ceremonies in Africa. It's inspired by the cultural nuances of Lagos.
The Noble Warrior, a stage play in honor of Professor Wole Soyinka at Glover Memorial Hall, Lagos.
We will love. Sometimes I think, like I'm not, you are not afraid, but do you have strength for many children?
Then in another part of Lagos, creatives display craftsmanship in the Leather Art Fair.
We have so much hidden gem in our country, on our continent, Africa, but a lot of people still prefer to go to the West. We want to imitate what the West has done.
More people need to enjoy the ingenious in the Nigerian art scene, so do share, view and like our page for everyone to experience these bundle of talents.
Your Arthouse experience doesn't have to end when the show is not on television. Interact with us on our various social media platforms. See any edition of Arthouse on our website or YouTube page. Join our very interactive Facebook page by joining the group on Arthouse on Channels. We're everywhere.
That's the program today. Thank you so much for being a big part of it, and I look forward to interacting with you on our various social media platforms. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Have a lovely day.